Hello, I'm Brian Noble, CEO of Family Policy Institute of Washington.
And I'm Brad Payne, President of FPIW Action.
Couple of disclaimers before we get started today. First, nothing in this video is to be taken as an endorsement of the candidate, nor the candidate's endorsement of FPIW or FPIW Action. It's simply a public service to meet and greet the candidate. Second, we're going to pre-record this and place it on several FPIW and FPIW Action platforms. Brad?
All right, Brandt. First question, kind of a three-parter. It's easy. If you would, for everybody that'll be checking in on this video, if you'd state your name and the position you're running for. And then after that, if you give us a little introduction of yourself, maybe some background. And then if you are willing, share just a little bit about your family.
Sure. Brandt Cappell running for Chelan County Commissioner District 3, Chelan, Manson, Iniat, and parts of Wenatchee. I am been a resident of Chelan County for 30 plus years. I work in my day job as a legislative assistant to a state representative who was himself a former county commissioner. So I see as my job as the person that you call when all of your options have ran out to try and navigate the bureaucratic mess that is state government. I am a believer of Christ. Been married to 9 years with to my wife Brittany. We have three little girls, 6, 3, and 3 months, and two Labradoodles, and we live in the North Wenatchee area.
Congratulations on the little one.
Thank you. Busy life right now.
That's right. That's right. So what is motivating you to run for office?
So I've been involved in the legislature for about 14 years, so very familiar with all the local leadership in the Chelan County area. One thing I've always noticed is that there's not a lot of us younger next generation people stepping up to serve. And I think now more than ever, it would be really important to have someone that's kind of in the thick of it, of trying to live, work, and raise a family in an area where those things are becoming more and more challenging. And so after consideration and consultation with my wife, we decided to make a second run at this. I ran in 2020, and that was not fun for a lot of different reasons, especially because we couldn't go out and actually talk to people. So really grateful to be able to be out there and actually talking to folks, getting to know what their issues are, and being able to take my experience working in Olympia and how so many things that happen in Olympia trickle down into county government, where we get to be the bearer of bad news oftentimes at the county in implementing so much of what the state mandates us to do.
Yeah. All right, Brad. Next question, kind of a two-parter. One would be, first part of the question would be giving us one or two specific issues that are really important to you. And then the second part of that would be, if you get into office, if you're elected in office, what do you hope to accomplish?
So I think it's for me to be what's important is to be the voice of those that elect me at the county level. So I don't come in here with any preconceived ideas of being beholden to a special interest or a legacy. I think it's really important to have someone in office that is there to serve the people and nothing more. And then also to be a voice of the county at the legislative level. So I look forward to bringing more advocacy of what works and what doesn't work at Chelan County to Olympia, especially now that we have options like virtual testimony to do that. A couple of things that I want to work on is we have funding about $20 million from the capital budget of the state legislature to open up a rehab facility here in Wenatchee. We have a facility right now, but it's very, very old and is not working very well. And we have homeless and drug addiction issues just like everywhere else in the state. And I think it's not compassionate to let those people die on the streets. But we do need to give them the option of either getting treatment or going to jail. It's not okay for them to die on the streets. So I look forward to working on that. Something big that's going on right now is wildfires. Part of our county is on fire and there's communities that are threatened. And so my background is in natural resources from WSU. So I look forward to bringing that experience of forestry management and working with the biggest landowner in our county, which is the Forest Service, in being more prepared for wildfires in the future.
Excellent. Our fourth and final question is we provided you with 18 of the issues that FPIW action and FPIW work on. You've mentioned a couple of them like addiction recovery and public safety and those kind of things. I just wanted to see if there's any others that you'd like to discuss or to talk about today.
Yeah, a couple of other things that are going on that I'm really grateful to see that you guys work on that are happening right here. Affordable housing, again, it's nothing new. I think we throughout the state see this issue, but Chelan County, we are tourism dependent, and we see more and more folks trying to move over here to enjoy the lifestyle that we have, and that has increased home prices, and it's becoming less and less affordable for us to live here. So I would not be true to the reason that I'm running if I wasn't going to be looking at that to make sure that when my kids are old enough to look and decide where they're going to live, that if I didn't work on making sure that the piece of the puzzle of where they're going to live isn't being addressed. Now, I don't pretend that I know how to solve that. I can't snap my fingers and lower interest rates or housing costs to build. But what I can do is make sure that Chelan County isn't making it any more difficult than it already is to build and overregulating more than the state has already done. Another thing that I saw is taxes. I know the legislature has worked multiple times now to try and pass lifting the property tax lid on what local governments can raise for property taxes. Currently, it's 1%. They'd like to see 3%. I've made a public commitment that I will not be supporting that and would not increase our property taxes any higher than they already are. The last thing too is there's some sales tax talk of increasing sales tax for a couple of different sports complexes, aquatic facilities in our area. If elected, although I love those facilities, I think they're great. This is just not the time to be raising taxes on our constituents, so I would not be supporting that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I can tell you as a lobbyist in Olympia, I fought hard on that rising cap on the property tax. That's huge, from 1% to 3%, and that's annually. So
Absolutely.
that was a devastating bill. I'm glad that we were able to keep it from passing, but it'll be back, I'm sure. So
look forward to being in the trenches with you on fighting against that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being on today. We know you're busy. We appreciate your time. Thankful for your responses today, and good luck in the next few weeks as you continue campaigning.
Thank you. Everyone get your ballots in.
All right, man. All right. Well, I'm Brad Payne from FPIW Action.
And I'm Brian Noble from FPIW. A simple reminder that nothing on this video is considered an endorsement of the candidate, nor the candidate's endorsement of FPIW, nor FPIW Action. Like we like to say around here, go love your neighbor by faithfully stewarding the public square. God bless.